Welcome to the Community Difference-Wylie. Brought to you in part by Master Networks Wylie and powered by the Difference Media, LLC. Today's show is hosted by Tara Padilla with Texan Window Cleaning, co-hosted by Brittany Welch with Boards by B. Jenny Connolley with TC Roofing and Restoration and Solar, and Angela Tucker, Realtor with Coldwell Banker, Apex. The Community Difference-Wylie was created to serve as a platform for local leaders and business professionals to showcase their expertise, values, and commitment to their community. Overall, the podcast aims to create a stronger sense of community in North Texas by highlighting the often overlooked or unnoticed good work being done by local leaders, businesses, and professionals. So sit back and relax as our host, co-host, and their guests share inspirational stories, experiences, thoughts, and insights about being a professional, along with the opportunities for our businesses to serve our communities in very special ways. Because the Community Difference-Wylie starts now.
Surprise! I am not Tara. I am your guest host, Brian Poduska, Real Property Management Focus. I am stepping in for Tara, who had some personal things that she had to attend to today. So I'm excited to be here today. You are watching the North Texas Community Difference-Wylie show. And for those of you who haven't seen us in the past, we are a show that is basically putting the highlight and spotlight on business owners, community leaders within the Wylie community. The co-host and host normally would be Tara this week, but again, I'm filling in. They are spotlighting those individuals that are making the difference in the Wylie community. So I kind of feel like I'm coming back to my family a little bit, because I was the host of this show for the first couple months as it got off the ground, and it's really blossomed into something special. The hosts that have taken my place have taken it to a higher level. And the co-hosts and their guests have been just phenomenal. So I am happy to be back as the temporary host today. And once again, my name is Brian Poduska. Lendon, let's bring on our co-host for today. Hi, ladies. How are we today?
Good.
Great.
Awesome.
How are you?
I am doing well. And like I said, I'm excited to be back. This show is awesome. Your group, your Master Networks group, is fantastic. Brittany, I know you're the president of that chapter, and there are multiple leaders within that chapter that are co-hosts and guests on this show. So, I've been happy to and blessed to have attended a few of those meetings at your chapter. You run a tight ship and a great ship, and that energy level in that group is fantastic.
Well, I love it. It takes a village, so I got a good group around me.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and excited to be here today. Again, for those who haven't seen the show in the past, in addition to putting the spotlight on local business leaders, community leaders, political leaders, nonprofits, we're going to have a nice deep dive into some nonprofits today. But there is a rotating monthly business topic that we discuss with our guests and co-hosts. The topic for November is strategies for giving back to the community and making a positive impact through your business. So, having the guests that we have on today should fit really well into that topic.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So with that, why don't we go ahead and allow you guys to, give an introduction on, number one, who you guys are, and then also give a nice warm welcome and introduction to your guests. So I'm just going to go in the order of which you are all on my screen. So Jessica, you are clockwise first on my screen. So why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Well, hello, Brian. I'm glad I get to work with you today. So I'm filling in for Jenny Connolley with TC Roofing. I'm Jessica Cooper, Diesel Signs and Displays. We're Wylie's fairly newish sign display company. We've been around since 2017. We do all commercial interior and exterior sign displays.
Awesome. And who is your guest today?
Miss Bernice Simmons, a licensed counselor. She has her own practice with Faithful Changes, but she's also co-founder of Dawn of Mercy, and they do a retreat, and it's a healing healing camp that they do for victims of trauma and sexual assault.
Awesome. And Brittany, let's go to you next.
Awesome. Well, hello, everybody. My name is Brittany Welch. I am the owner and founder of Boards by B Charcuterie and more. So I do grazing tables for events and parties. I do charcuterie boards for get-togethers and corporate meetings and gifts. And then I also do logo sugar cookies. So I always say, you know, if you want to upgrade your message, let me take care of it because it doesn't get any cheddar than this.
You always have
Yes, I'm really excited because my guest is a local realtor and someone who has a nonprofit that deals with veterans. So her name is Melissa Torres. So I'm excited for her to come on today and talk to us.
Perfect timing, given the fact that Veterans Day is officially tomorrow, I believe.
I know.
So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Great. Look forward to hearing from her.
Yeah.
All right, Angela, you're last but not least.
All right. I'm Angela Tucker. I am a realtor with Coldwell Banker Apex. I absolutely love what I do. I love helping people helping people achieve their dreams in real estate, no matter what that is, whether it's buying their first home, moving up, an investment property, the whole gamut. So I love what I do, and I'm happy to help with all of the real estate needs in the community.
Awesome. And who's your guest today, Angela?
My guest is a friend of mine, David Garcia. He owns Roofing on Top Roofing Company. And also he runs Boomerang Cares, which is his own nonprofit.
Awesome. Well, without further ado, now that we know a little bit about your guests, Lennon, why don't you go ahead and bring them in if they're all able to join? Hello, we got them all. Awesome. How are we all doing today?
Good, thank you.
We're good.
Awesome. Well, welcome to the Community Difference-Wylie show. Pleasure to have you guys on and learn a little bit more about, yourselves, most importantly, because what we try to do on this show and all the shows across the difference and the community shows is not only understand what your business is or certainly in this case nonprofits, but who you guys are and what really drives you and what drove you to do exactly what you're doing today. I know we've got some commercial breaks to get into. What I'd like to do is just go around the horn as far as, you've already been introed a little bit by your co-host, but if you could just give us a little brief, intro on what your business is and how to get in touch with you. We're going to cut to commercial break and we'll go deeper on the back end. So Bernice, let's start with you.
Sure. My name is Bernice Simmons, and I am a licensed professional counselor. I have a private practice that I see clients here locally as well as virtually called Faithful Changes Counseling. And in addition to that, I helped co-found a nonprofit called Dawn of Mercy. And what we do there is we provide healing for men and women who are survivors of sexual abuse and assault, whether it was abuse in childhood or assault in adulthood. And we work with men and women, English and Spanish. We provide psychoeducational groups, we provide referrals for one-on-one counseling, and we offer them a 3-day retreat for this healing. You can find us at dawnofmercy.org or call us at 469-613-HEAL, 3296, or email healing@dawnofmercy.org.
Perfect. Thank you, Bernice. Melissa, let's go to you next.
Okay. Hi, I'm Melissa Torres. I am a realtor with Compass. And I also founded Soldiers Village last year. Soldiers Village is a nonprofit that provides short to long-term housing for veterans facing homelessness in North Texas. We have a facility that is a renovated farmhouse on 10 acres just outside of Bonham. Our ultimate goal is to build a tiny home village here. But for now, we're providing services in our house. And in addition to housing, we provide clothing, food, hygiene products, and support managing those all those appointments to be self-sustainable when they graduate from our program.
Okay, that's fantastic. Thank you for sharing that. And then David, let's go to you next, and then we'll cut to commercial break.
All right, David Garcia. Angela mentioned I've got a few things going on. I've got a roofing company, but my main focus right now, especially during the holidays, is our Boomerang Cares Foundation. I'm a firm believer the more you throw out, the more you get back in the same boomerang. And it's a big deal for us, especially during the holidays, because what we do is help families that are going through struggles and hardships now, not just through the holiday season, but all year round. Mainly, basically, the families that we see the unseen families, meaning they don't qualify for any relief or anything like that on paper. They're just barely making enough for ends meet, and they don't have anything left for extra, meaning, activities, school functions, instruments for band or anything like that. We come in and help them and provide those items for those families. So that's kind of what we do in a nutshell, and we can go in more detail, but any way to find us is boomerangcares.org, or you can contact us by phone. It's 469-667-3209. And yeah, it's just basically helping those families that are going through some hardships or some struggles that don't want to ask for anything, but they need it. And so that's who we are and how we help out.
Got it. Thanks for sharing that, David. And being in the property management business, we run into tenancies and tenants that are very much in that situation. So great to hear that, and look forward to diving a little bit deeper in this show on that. So awesome. Well, thanks everybody for sharing who you are, what you do. As I said, we're going to go a little bit deeper. What we're going to do now is cut the commercial break, give some love to our sponsors. And on the back end, we have a What's Up Wylie segment.
What's Up Wylie?
The timing is always impeccable. So look forward to that on the back end. But right now, let's cut the commercial.
The North Texas Community Difference-Wylie is made possible in part by Juan Payon and JP Direct Health, providing affordable health insurance solutions as a proactive protection, not a reactive solution. Allison Wilson and Community Wealth Advisors, Life Well Planned. Angela Tucker with Coldwell Banker Apex. Here to help you discover your real estate dreams and build wealth through all stages of life. Cordell Reynolds with Platinum Eagle Mortgage. Your mortgage journey starts here. Marley Knapp with Norwex, chemical-free, sustainable solutions for your home. And by Terra Padilla with Texan Window Cleaning. Don't let dirty windows be your pane in the glass.
The North Texas Community Difference-Wylie. Together, we can make the difference. And now back to the show.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Glad to have everybody here. And this is the time where we go about doing our segment called
What's Up Wylie?
We
were ready for that.
We almost got it perfect there. But yeah, so this is a section, What's Up Wylie? So we go around the horn and find out what's going on in the community of Wylie, either this week and coming weeks, who we can help out and what we can attend. So Brittany, I'm going to let you kind of lead this section. So it's all yours, girl.
Sure. So I've got my list. So I know this Saturday, actually, Melissa and her foundation, they're doing a poker tournament at Dallas Elks Lodge. She's probably going to talk about that in a little bit. But if you like poker and you want a way to give back, that's where you need to be this Saturday. On 11/14, so next week, we have some members of our Master Networks chapter doing a sit, stretch, and snap event. It's for our Master Networks members. It's on Tuesday. That's at Snap Fitness in Wylie, along with Wylie Nutrition and Stretch with Ty. So that's going to be a really fun event. 11/25 to 11/26. So at the end of the month, there is a blood drive and a gun show at South Fork Ranch. I don't know how exciting or crazy that's going to be together, but in Wylie, we're a little crazy, so we put them together. But again, if you're looking for a way to give back, it's like someone said, the quickest way to lose 1 pound. So you can go donate at the end of the month at South Fork Ranch. 12/1 and 12/2. We've got a bunch of things happening that weekend. The Coventry Reserve Christmas open house and pottery sale is going on. So if you want details on that, you can get with any of us co-hosts, and we can find out the details for you. And also, I know that David and Boomerang Cares they're having their holiday gala to be able to help all those children and families. That's happening on December 2nd, and I think it's in McKinney. Is that right, David?
No, it's at Fairview. Yeah, technically McKinney. Yeah, it's at Heritage Ranch in Fairview.
Perfect. I went last year. I cannot go this year. I'm so sad, but I went last year and it was a blast. So if you want an excuse to dress up and go and have a date night and give back to the community, that's a great one. On December 3rd, downtown Wylie Christmas parade and the official tree lighting. So if you're at all involved, you know that the coolest things happen in downtown Wylie. We've got Halloween things. Well, this is our Christmas thing. So on December 3rd, you can see the tree lighting. And then there's something that's kind of tentative, but I want to throw it out in case you want to put it on your calendar. But on December 8th, there is a Holiday Express on the tracks near downtown Wylie that we've kind of heard a rumor about. I also was just told yesterday that the Wylie Chamber of Commerce is hosting their Christmas party on Friday, December 1st. So if you're a member of the chamber, we like to work with those people. They're a really big networking group. Master Networks is a really big networking group. So that's an easy way to go support the small business and local business owners of Wylie with the chamber meeting. So I think I listed all the ones that I have. I know Miss Bernice was going to tell us a couple of things.
Sure. For Dawn of Mercy, we have a couple of things coming up on Friday, November 17th. That's just this next Friday. What we have is our wine and cheese. It is a thank you, a showing of appreciation, and a helping people get to know us. And where we're just going to give people the rundown of what Dawn of Mercy has done over the past couple of years and seeing the progress, and just let people know what we do to invite them to participate as volunteers or donors or just to help get the word out. So that's on Friday, the 17th at 7 p.m. And then Monday, December 4th, we have, and I invite any of you to attend this, we have what we're calling, it's a networking breakfast, where we're inviting other community resources, ministries, organizations that also serve people, much like you do here, letting people know what's happening. We're having this networking collaborative breakfast so that we can learn more who and what is out there to serve the other needs of people. With Dawn of Mercy, we have a particular area of care that we offer, but as you know, when people come to you for that one piece, you find that there's other needs that they have. And so we just want the community to know more about what is out there, who's out there providing for what needs of the people. And that's what this breakfast is for on Monday morning, December 4th. And I'd be happy to toss some more information out there so that you guys can help spread the word if anybody is interested in attending, and so that you can let other people know that you exist and find out what else is out there for the needs of the people.
Awesome. Anybody have anything else to add?
You missed on the 12/2 is the Wylie Arts Festival, and so that's the day before the tree lighting and all of that, but that's actually really fun. I remember taking my daughter to that when she was young, and there's a lot of like fun art activities and things to do downtown as well. So that's just the day before the tree lighting.
Awesome. I actually forgot one of my own. Master Networks, we started doing free lunch and learns. We had our first one yesterday. Jordan with Boomerang Marketing came and taught us some social media stuff. That was awesome. So the one in December, it's the second Wednesday of every month. And so the one in December, I think that's December 8th. It'll be a lunch and learn. I'll actually leave that one. And I'm not going to teach anything about cheese, unfortunately, but I'm going to teach just some tips and tricks about business owning and Google Forms and, QR codes and just small things that I've learned along the way. I used to own a boutique and now I own this business. So just some tips and tricks to be more efficient. It's free. It's open to anybody, whether you own a business or not. Come, and the location is to be determined, but we'll have an Eventbrite link sent out so we can do RSVPs. But that's going to be the second Wednesday of December. And I think that's everything, Brian.
Okay, well, that's awesome. I mean, that list, I'm going back to when I first started hosting, not that we had any shortage of activities, but as we've added people, added co-hosts, added guests, that list has become longer of activities. So I think a suggestion for the show, we may need to put together like a calendar that we publish with all these events that are going on.
That might be a good idea.
Yeah, you would think that Wylie is not only a city of, like 80,000 people now, something like that, but you'd think it was even bigger than that. That's awesome. I love how you guys bring all the aspects too, community, fundraising, fun, right? Poker. I heard the poker tournament in there. That's pretty exciting. So that's awesome. Oh, I guess even fitness and wellness with the sit, snap, and stretch. So,
Hey, Brian, I think that Jessica's got one as well. I'm not sure.
okay. Yeah, fire away, Jessica. Oh, you're muted though. Jessica, you're muted.
Sorry about that. My notifications were going off. I figured that out now. But I did promise these guys on Instagram that I would share a plug for them. The Wylie East Raiders powerlifting team is currently doing a fundraiser for all their equipment and then also for their trips and travel in their event. So definitely get on. It's listed here. Mitchell is your contact for Wylie East powerlifters.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you for sharing that, and thank you all for bringing all the events going on in Wylie to the table here. So with that, I think we have another commercial break, and then what we'll do on the back end is, as we've talked about the business topic of the month, we'll dive into that with our hosts or co-hosts and guests, as well as do a little bit of rapid fire and some fun questions to learn a little bit more about our guests. So with that, let's cut to commercial, and we'll be back in a second.
The Community Difference is a new series of shows powered by the Difference Radio live stream and podcast network. This series of shows was designed to highlight the unsung heroes that call our towns and communities home. And we wanted to create a platform that brings awareness to and reminds folks of the goodness that lives within so many of us. By working with the local community leaders, business owners, first responders, veterans, schools, and citizens, we want to unite with a clear and selfless purpose. The Community Difference seeks to spotlight the people, events, and activities that are producing positive outcomes, inspirational stories, and incredible experiences. In a world that is consumed with negative press, media manipulation, and propaganda, The Difference, along with many others who believe and support The Difference, understands there is no better way to make the difference than to highlight the unsung heroes that call our towns and communities home. We are currently searching for local communities to be the focus of our shows, but before we can launch a show in your community, we need your help. We need you along with local business leaders, chambers of commerces, major nonprofits, online community group leaders, networking groups, etc., to join us in making the difference in helping your community be seen, be heard, and be remembered. So, if you would like to know how you, your business, school, social media community, church, or your favorite nonprofit organization can be a part of this unique and powerful program, reach out to us today and introduce yourself and let us know how you would like to contribute and bring awareness to the amazing people, places, and events that are making the difference in the community you love. You can call us at 972-866-4596 or email us at info@thedifferenceradio.com.
And now, back to the show.
All right, welcome back, everybody. I'm glad we had that last ad there, Lennon. It's a nice little allows me a nice little plug to talk about the upcoming Frisco show. So much like what we've done here with Wylie and other communities like Rockwall, Denton as well, we have active shows for those communities. You guys are kind of the pioneers. We've had a smattering of onesie-twosies Frisco shows, but we haven't had a weekly thing like you guys have going here in Wylie. So I did want to put a little plug in for that show. I'm going to be the host of that show. I'm excited about it. I live in the Frisco community. I feel like I've adopted Wylie to some degree, but I'm excited to have that show kick off. And it's exactly what this show is modeling, right? It's the involvement of community leaders, nonprofits, ISD leaders. I know I've been on a few shows where we've had some leaders of the Wylie ISD on. So I'm excited to do that same thing over in Frisco. So I just wanted to give a quick plug to that. And then we're starting community different shows and others as well. So as the commercial said, if you have that groundswell going on in your community, we welcome you reaching out to us, Len and myself, whoever a co-host here, to get more information on that. So with that, we are diving into the topic of strategies for giving back to the community and making a positive impact through your business. And in this case, nonprofits. So positive impact and the halo of the nonprofits, I think, like I said earlier, is a great, we have great guests on for that topic this month. So what I'd like to do is kind of hand it over a little bit to the co-host right now and start diving into that topic with your guests. So Brittany, I'm going to hand it off to you first. If you want dive into that a little bit with your guest, that'd be awesome.
Sure. Yeah. So I'm really excited about the topic this month. One thing, I was a former teacher and softball coach for 12 years. And the one thing that I've really enjoyed doing since stepping into entrepreneurship and being a business owner is how involved I've gotten in my community. And I think that comes by who I surround myself with now, and I see them doing it. And so it's just a really good reminder to always be sharing, because you can inspire somebody else. So the people that I've surrounded myself with have inspired me. So one of those, before I jump into my to our guest today, is Page Restoration. They're actually doing a food drive for one of the nonprofits in Wylie, the Amazing Grace Food Pantry. Their food drive ends this Saturday. So Page Restoration is gonna be your go-to for any damage, fire, water restoration. They're gonna be your go-to for that, and they're actually collecting food. So if you know Jake or Marissa, they're involved in the community. I think it ends this Saturday. So that leads us right into, I want to know, all three of you guests, you amazing guests, I want to know, what was the driving force about why you started? Where did it come? I see the smiles. And so this is what I love, because there's a reason. There's a reason why you each started this, and I can't wait to hear. So we'll let the ladies go first, and then David, I love you, but we're going to let you go third.
I get it.
Melissa and then Bernice, share with us really quickly just why you started. I want to know what drives this and why you did what you did.
Yeah. So, homelessness had been heavy on my heart. Just being in real estate, I'm always driving around, and I live in East Dallas. So homelessness is very visible in my community. And the idea started from my daughter, who's now 16. When she was 14 years old, we were in the car driving, and I told her, you need to start thinking about somewhere to volunteer. It's really important for college applications. Trying to get her to pick a foundation to start volunteering at. And immediately she responded, well, I want to start a nonprofit for homeless veterans. And that completely shocked me. I was like, no, I don't think you understand. I need somewhere that I can drop you off to volunteer. We're not going to personally open a nonprofit. Well, fast forward about a year later, I was working with one of my clients who works in the mental health field. And he had moved out to Bonham and needed to move back to Dallas. And we started talking about homelessness and just things that we could do to help. And at that first showing, appointment, we saw about 5 houses. And by the end of the tours, we had decided that we were going to start a nonprofit. So we established it July of last year. I ended up buying his property from him that is in Bonham. It's on 10 acres. Started redoing the house. We opened the house April of this year, and so far we have housed 5 veterans, 3 that have moved on and 2 that are still in the house.
That's incredible that it was sparked from your 14-year-old daughter at the time. That's just a testimony to you giving that and leading that example. So that's amazing. I love to hear the story behind it. I'm so excited you're here. All right, Bernice, you're up.
You're muted, Bernice.
For me, the impetus for starting this is just, I've been doing public speaking for years with the Catholic pro-life community, longer than I've been a counselor, probably about half my life, probably 25, 26 years. And I'd be giving presentations on the dignity of the human person, the proper way to view your body and use of sex and sexuality, and just trying to help people, young kids and young adults, make good, wise choices in this area and see their own value. And so many would come up afterwards and say things like, well, yeah, this all sounds great, but what about me? Because I didn't have a choice, and just the hurt and sorrow, and they felt so hopeless. And it's almost like they just didn't even believe that this goodness was possible for them. And then when I became a counselor and would help people with whatever they are currently dealing with, gosh, probably well over 80% of the people that I work with individually who are dealing with marriage crisis, personal crisis, levels of anxiety and depression and suicidal ideation, they had most of them had a history of sexual abuse as children. And then I work in the Healing After Abortion ministry for those who are feeling the pains of that. And again, well over 97% of the men and women in that healing journey also had sexual abuse in their background. And so a friend of mine who has worked with me in most of these things, she and I just got to talking about how can we, we want to be there for healing, but we just thought so much of this, I wonder what we could do if we could heal some of those earlier wounds and traumas to help people kind of go down a path that doesn't bring up additional trauma because they're more healed and are better equipped to make wiser choices, develop better relationships. And so that's where that came from. And we just really had a call and a feeling to see if we can intervene earlier and help people with those hurts. And so we serve adults and from 18 and up. And then with things like this networking breakfast, we collaborate and find who serves like children, and then the additional needs that people might have. But just being able to see the healing and the hope. And when you give somebody a message that is different than the narrative they created their whole life to try and make sense of what they experienced, just seeing the light come on and the hope and that just like they're lighter themselves. Just having a part in bringing that to people. And overall, if individual by individual there's healing, they're then going to go out into the community and serve the community better. And just the world we live in overall is going to be better. It's nice to be a part of that.
Yeah, it's so cool.
We
to hear the
appreciate that
story.
you're doing that.
Yeah.
So I just want to add real quick. I've known of Bernice for years, but I never actually knew the magnitude of what she does. She's actually friends, or they're neighbors of our good friends, and really nice people. But that's as far as I knew about her. And she actually just reached out to us recently for some sign displays, and we started talking. And once I realized, and then I've been stalking her bio for 2 days, and what this lady does is pretty amazing, and what she deals with. So
what's crazy to me is that I'm sure that none of you guys growing up, it was probably ever on your to-do list to start a nonprofit, but just the compassion and your life experiences. And I'm kind of selfish because I already know David's story, and I already know it already strikes a string in my heartstrings. But I'm excited for David, for you to be able to share why you started Boomerang Cares. I think it's a beautiful story.
Well, yeah, and I'll put it in a nutshell because I could talk about it for hours. But thing is, like Bernice said, I mean, the main objective is somebody to make an impact in somebody's life, for them to go on and do something bigger and better. And that's, I feel, my mission. Even with business, that's why I named my company Boomerang Strategies, my marketing agency. Firm believer, the more you throw out, the more you get back, just not in business, but in life in general. The more good things you do, the more that'll come back to you. And it's taken a while, but you're planting seeds and you're making sure, you're not trying to do things in the wrong times. You're wanting to make sure that you're doing good things, because again, good things will come back. And how I started Boomerang Cares is we used to have back in 2015, we had a Boomerang toy drive, and it helps, again, families throughout the holiday season. And I remember that first year we did it, we were at a little booth in a restaurant. We maybe helped out about 3 families. And from there, gradually it just kept on getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And then I started my roofing company 2019. And I decided for every roof replacement that we do, we're going to give back to a local nonprofit a portion of the proceeds. And so with every roof replacement that we do, we give back to a local nonprofit that we have vendors for. And I would love to get you ladies information, because we give a vendors list to the homeowners and have them pick who they would like the donation to go to. If it's not on the list, we'll give it. It's amazing. And if it's not on the list and they have the one themselves, then they let us know. We reach out to them and we end up writing them a check on behalf of the customer. And so it's a really cool thing. But back, going back to 2015, the reason why I started it is I remember when I was a kid, I was 4 or 5 years old, and either Salvation Army or the church came to our house with a trash bag. And I remember them giving me this big toy truck, and I'll never forget it. And that's what it made an impact. And, fast forward years later, I wanted to be able to give back to the community that the community gave back to me once. And I tell people, by all means, I don't have a lot of money, but I have enough support of the community the Brittany's, the Angelas, everybody that is able to help out, to where now we're on a platform to be able to push it out more and get visibility to help these families. And just like Bernice said, like, my mission now is to be able to, if I'm able to help out one kid that one person did for me, and that child go off and do bigger and better things than what we're doing, that's amazing, because I feel like we're doing quite a bit. And if somebody's going to do better than us, then that's all that matters. And I wish I could thank that one person that came to my house. I don't know if it was a kid, a volunteer, or whatever, but the impact that person made on my life, they will never understand how much it meant to me and what we're doing now going forward. And it's just an amazing thing. And I can't express of what, Bernice had said about making an impact and having people go off and do bigger and better things. So,
and David, I love that strategy that you've implemented of paying it forward and giving your clients an option of who they want to support.
Yeah.
So cool.
That just shows that you're not only supporting your nonprofit, but you're spreading the love to others as well. I love that strategy. That's awesome. Well, what I'd like to say is thank you all for sharing more about your organizations and what they stand for and what you guys are striving to do, especially your whys as to why you got into it. That's the thing that really resonates with everybody. Obviously, your end goal is to raise money, but we love hearing the stories about how you got into exactly what you're doing. So thanks for sharing that. What we're going to do right now, we're going to take a quick commercial break. On the back end, we're going to dive into our business topic, which the topic itself we're already talking about, because it's exactly giving back to the community, and that's what you guys are doing. I've got a few questions of my own when it comes to, how can we help you and how can the audience help you and what some of your challenges are and how we can overcome that. So we'll talk about that on the back end of the commercial break, but right now let's hit it, Lennon.
And now a word from a few of our amazing sponsors that make the Difference Radio, live stream, and podcast network possible.
JP Direct Health offers affordable health insurance solutions for individuals, families, and small businesses specializing in custom coverages to fit your needs and budget. JP Direct Health offers comprehensive benefits, including PPO health plans, accident and critical illness coverage, dental and vision, health matching accounts, along with telehealth at no cost per call. Call JP Direct Health today to learn more about how we can help you protect your health and your budget.
Do you want your home or office to sparkle? Then call Elite Diamond Cleaning today. From basic cleaning to deep cleaning, and using only the highest quality cleaning products and equipment, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Our team of experienced cleaners will work quickly and efficiently to clean every nook and cranny, taking care of all the details so you don't have to. With a variety of pricing options to fit any budget, you can be sure that you are getting the best possible price. Call Elite Diamond Cleaning today at 214-300-9876 to schedule a free estimate. Your home and office is a diamond. Let us get it out of the dust.
Are you looking for new or more reliable and affordable home services? Look no further than Utility Connect. At Utility Connect, we understand that every customer is different. Thanks to our partnership with The Difference, our free concierge service seamlessly shops all of your utilities and services for your home or business with one easy phone call. So what are you waiting for? Call Utility Connect today and experience the difference. For more information, give us a call at 469-414-2033 or visit us at www.utilityconnect.net/thedifference to learn more.
Are you a business owner looking to grow your company? Get fast, easy financing up to $5 million with no minimum FICO score required. Apply in 60 seconds and get funded in 24 hours. Call Jim Thomas at 214-629-7223 to talk to a financing professional today. Your business's future is waiting. So don't delay. Call now and tell him that you saw him on The Difference.
And now back to the show.
All right, welcome back, and thank you to all our sponsors on the show. All right, so as we've talked about, this show has a rotating business topic of the month. The topic of November is the strategies for giving back to the community and making a positive impact through your business. clearly you guys are doing that with your existing businesses. So I don't think we need to talk so much about how to give back because you're doing that. But as I mentioned on the other side of the commercial break, I'd like to hear each of you individually what your biggest challenge is in whatever that may be, because I'd like to get that out on the table for our audience to hear, and then also, tell us how we can help, whether it's as a business owner, entrepreneur, anybody in our audience who's listening or who sees the show. Tell them how they can help your organization. So let's go ahead, keep the same order and keep the ladies first, chivalry in place. Melissa, go ahead and tell us what is your biggest challenge?
Well, the biggest challenge is funding. So being a relatively new nonprofit, there are grants available, but it's hard to get grants when you don't have a long track record of success in providing services. And my husband always jokes with me, he's like, why couldn't you have just started with like giving out care packages to homeless people? You had to buy a house and start putting people in there and like try to go for the big guns right off the bat. So funding is, I think, the biggest challenge. Our program is unique that we're not like an inpatient rehab, so someone who needs the level of care of like inpatient mental health or inpatient rehab, we can't provide those services. We're like the stepping stone to like the next step for our residents is to be like on their own and self-sustainable. So identifying like who we can really help, that's been a challenge just for our program too. Making sure we're getting like the right level so that we have those success rates instead of, having to refer people to an inpatient care facility as opposed to graduating the program.
And what can the audience do, or what can we do to help, I guess, fine tune that?
Yeah. So if anybody feels called to donate or volunteer, our website is soldiersvillage.org. There is a link to donate. And there's also a link to fill out a contact form if anyone feels that they have, good services, especially people that have like mental health backgrounds. We would love to partner with some more people to volunteer as well.
Okay, fantastic. Well, thanks for sharing that, Melissa.
Thanks.
Bernice, let's go to you next. And you're muted.
And what to help. It's one of those that you can kind of toss out a bunch of stuff. So I think what I'll start with, really kind of our biggest challenge, is getting the word out in a way that helps people know that they can be cared for with this wound in a good, safe way. It's not demoralizing, and they're not going to have to. The big thing is they're not reliving the trauma to receive the care, but getting the word out. So anything about if we can pass our brochures out and get those out somewhere, if we can find people to put links on their website to link to us where it's appropriate, because somebody might be coming to them because they need some sort of care as well, and they might have a list of additional needs that they have. Getting the word out and helping people know that we exist. But two other really big things is connected to getting the word out is specifically letting men know that they can be cared for in this area as well. We hear there's a lot of great care in different areas for women who have been abused in this way and other ways. But statistically, men aren't far behind. Women, the numbers are 1 in 3 who have experienced sexual abuse and assault. But men, it's 1 in 4. And most of their abuse happened much sooner, much earlier in their life. And so there's not a lot out there for men. So we would like to reach out to organizations, ministries, businesses, doctors that really hear those stories from men so that they can know that the care is there for them as well. And then we need professional volunteers. Everything that we do has, whether it's the 10-week healing group, the psychoeducational group, or it's the retreat, we have 2 licensed professional counselors at everything available to just help teach the material and serve the people and run the retreat and the group. And we have a waiting list, especially in the Spanish side of our ministry, because we don't have enough at this point. We're still looking for professionals, licensed professionals willing to give some time to serve on the healing groups and on the retreat. So if getting the word out, helping me know who out there is a licensed professional who has the heart for people and is also willing to give back to the community in this way, so that we can help train them and connect them to what we do.
Okay, that's awesome. So a couple of key takeaways there. Number one, I had no idea it was 1 in 3 women who have gone through something like that. I knew it was a problem, but 1 in 3 is shocking to me personally. So yes, awareness, even sharing that statistic can raise a lot of eyebrows and hopefully garner some other fundraising efforts and things like that. But the other thing, the professional volunteers. So I guess let me ask this specifically: who are you looking for? I heard Spanish-speaking individuals. What professions in particular are you looking for, and how do they get in touch with you? And what's the best way for them to get in touch with you?
Mental health professionals is what we're looking for. We need licensed professional counselors, licensed clinical social workers, psychologists, psychiatrists, anyone who provides mental health care, whether it's in crisis facilities, residential facilities, one-on-one, private practices, groups. We're looking for licensed mental health professionals, and they could reach me through our phone number at 469-613-3296 or email healing@dawnofmercy.org, and just make a note that, hey, I'm interested in learning how I might be able to serve Dawn of Mercy.
Perfect. Okay, awesome. Well, thank you again, Bernice, for sharing all that, and hopefully enough people can hear that through this and other ways as we build awareness to help you guys out as much as possible.
Thank you.
All right, you bet. All right, David, what's your biggest challenge?
All right. Well, before I start with that, I just want to let Melissa and Bernice know we definitely need to get each other's contact info, because once we used to do it twice a year, but once or twice a year, every year we have a local nonprofit expo that we do. So we'll rent out a venue space and we'll bring about 15 to 20 nonprofits in just to get the word out and spread their mission out to the general public. And it's usually in an area where it's pretty populated, like downtown McKinney, where we had it last time, where walk-in traffic is always available. But before that, we also do cross promoting through social media to let everybody know that we're going to have it on that day and so forth. And so I would love for you guys to attend the next one that we have, and it'll probably be in May or something like that. But I'll definitely let you guys know about that. But yeah, going forward to our challenges, really. So we have two main fundraisers throughout the year. It's our gala that's coming up December 2nd, and then we have we just started last year an annual golf tournament that we do. And the biggest challenge for those portions is finding sponsorships. I know, during that time frame, it's hard for people, especially right now with the economy, to give out donations or anything like that. But I need a little more help as far as getting in with the big wigs like the Baylor Scotts and so forth, because those are the ones that usually have a budget for this kind of stuff. I just don't know who to talk to in order to get in front of them. And I know it's just about asking the right person, but if anybody knows anybody in that caliber, I would love to sit down and have conversations with them, and when their budget is due, because I think a lot of times they have a marketing budget that they have to have gone by a certain time frame, and it feels like we're always too late when we ask, and that's something that I need to be more on top of. Another thing is committee members. There's just one, myself, and maybe another one that's going out to networking events and stuff like that to spread the word out as a Boomerang Cares ambassador. And if I can find any volunteers, just to 2-3 hours out of their week just to do something like that and spread the word at networking events, I would love to sit down with them and have a conversation, because we definitely need to get the word out just as much as any other nonprofit, and get the word out to let them know who we are and what we're about. Booth setups. If anybody else knows, when these, like y'all did a great job earlier saying what's going on in Wylie, any opportunity where we could set up a booth and kind of let people, hear our mission, we would love to be able to find anything related to that. That'd be great. And then lastly, families. For the gala, we get people to nominate a family. They go onto boomerangcares.org and then they click nominate a family. And those are the families that they're not asking themselves, but people are nominating these families of why they're nominating them, and they give us their age and gender, and then we reach out to those families. But a lot of times it feels like we're getting people that are calling for themselves, and we have to kind of screen them, and we hate doing that. It's something that I feel isn't right, but at the same time, we don't want to get taken advantage of. But we are needing, people to recommend and nominate some families during this holiday season. And I know it's a weird ask because we all know somebody, but it's hard for them to get on the website to actually nominate them for some reason. But those are our primary our objectives that we have going on right now. So,
got it. Well, okay. Thanks for sharing that, David. And yeah, if you're listening, get out there. And if you know somebody who's in need of the Boomerang Care Services, nominate.
Yes.
It's that simple. Question for you: are you a member of the Wylie Chamber?
I am not.
Okay.
Not yet.
So, yeah, cool. Well, it popped in my head as you're talking about what your needs are and looking for the big fish, so to speak, as far as sponsors and donators. The chambers of commerce, whether it's Wylie, I know Frisco, I'm a part of the Frisco Chamber. A lot of those big companies are members of the local, chambers of commerce, depending on where they're located, operated, headquartered. I'm not part of Wylie, but I know a lot of the folks on the show are. So you could tap into some of their knowledge and depth of contacts through the Wylie Chamber to get in touch with the right people for those big fish, so to speak. And there's myself and others that are part of the Frisco Chamber that can probably put you in touch with some folks there too.
I'd like to add, you don't have to join right away. You can visit. Wylie does a business card exchange every Wednesday. I know Saxby, Murphy, Rowlett, they all have once a week, like a business card exchange. So definitely I would visit for sure.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. For sure. No, happy to help however we can, and really that's kind of what the show's all about, right? It's called the Community Difference, and you guys are making the difference in the community with your nonprofit efforts, and however we can help you further that, that's what this show is all about. So.
I kind of feel bad that I just do signs, but I like to think I help people.
Well, none of us are brain surgeons, or, literally making life and death decisions. But it's this sort of thing that, property management, my business I can speak to is it's pretty boring, right? And you play a lot of middle person and there's a lot of disagreements that you kind of have to, squash and things like that, which kind of sucks. But it's this sort of thing, the giving back to the community and helping those that are active in the community. That's the thing, whether you have a fun job or not, this really hits home. So, and really makes the difference in the community, not to be cheesy, charcuterie board cheesy, but I have to drop that plug for you. But yeah, no, that's awesome. So thanks again, guys. Now what we're going to do real quick, I think we've got time for one more commercial break. And a fun segment on the back end that we like to do is rapid fire questions. So get your quick thinking brains together because we don't have time to explain our answers. It's literally just a one-word answer, and then we move on to the next question and next person. So we'll do that on the back end of the commercial break. Right now, let's hit it, Lenny.
The North Texas Community Difference-Wylie is made possible in part by Jenny Connolley with TC Roofing and Restoration. Trust TC to keep you leak-free. Jessica Cooper with Diesel Signs and Displays. The Power of Advertising. Lynn Heberly with Coldwell Banker Apex, guiding you home with heart and expertise. Caitlin Fiesel with Elite Diamond Cleaning. Your home and office is a diamond. Let's get it out of the dust. Dallas Jones with Rementis, bringing your memories and technology back to life. Melissa Mancini, owner of Melissa Mancini Photography. Don't let your babies grow up to be JPEGs. And by Marissa Page with Page Restoration. When the worst happens, let our family take care of yours. The North Texas Community Difference-Wylie. Together, we can make the difference. And now back to the show.
All right, welcome back, everybody, and thank you again to our sponsors. Couldn't do it without you all. So that being said, now's the fun part of the show, or another fun part of the show where we do rapid fire questions. So again, get your thinking caps on. These are all candid. There's no right or wrong answer, and they're usually pretty fun. So no need to explain yourself. Just keep it short and sweet, and we'll fire through this. So, Brittany and I are going to be tag teaming you guys. So I am going to start, and this is always one of my favorite ones. What is your go-to song when it comes to karaoke? So if I had to put a karaoke gun to your head and say, sing us your best song, what's it going to be? And again, ladies first, and I'm going to go counterclockwise. Starting with you, Bernice. What's yours?
The Battle of New Orleans.
Okay. Jessica.
I could do any song by Elvis, honestly.
Elvis. Nice. Okay. Angela, what's up?
I don't do karaoke, not even if I drink it. It's not happening. But I would say if I had to pick one, it would be like This Girl Is on Fire.
Okay. I like it. Melissa?
I'm with Angela that I wouldn't do karaoke, but I would do Lizzo Juice.
Okay. All right. And Brittany, just because you're asking questions doesn't mean you get out of this. So what's yours?
Lose Yourself, Eminem.
Solid. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'll do mine, and that would be Piano Man, Billy Joel. David.
Stand By Me by Benny Keith.
Okay. I like it.
Okay. Those are good answers. All right. My turn. Last meal. What would it be? Last meal. What'd you just envision, Melissa?
Chicken fried steak, mashed potatoes.
Angela.
Definitely a steak and potatoes and some chocolate cake.
Okay. Jess.
Definitely something Mexican.
Okay. Bernice.
I pictured the same thing I always did growing up when I got to pick my birthday meal: fried chicken, mashed potatoes with cream gravy, and corn on the cob.
I like
Nice.
it.
David.
Oh, it's got to be lobster and filet mignon.
Ooh, okay. Brian.
Bougie, David.
I know, right?
I'm similar. Surf and turf for me. Filet mignon and stone crab.
Ooh. Well,
Nice.
mine definitely is a charcuterie board to start, but then a nice steak and twice baked potato. All right, Brian, your turn.
All right. What is the secret? What is your personal secret talent that nobody or most people don't know about? Bernice?
I can bend my finger to touch the back of my hand.
Oh my God.
Wait, do it again. I missed it.
Yeah, do it again.
Oh.
Okay.
I didn't have a chance to think about it, so that's all I got.
I mean,
I love it.
that
All
was
right.
definitely.
You're first to have that talent on this show. So congratulations. Jessica, what you got?
I can do this.
Oh, that's a
No.
Your Elvis
Just a
song.
little bit.
When you get up to sing karaoke, you got to do that Elvis lip.
that's impressive. Impressive. Angela, what can you do?
I don't know. This really stumped me. I don't know that I have any hidden talents, but I can put my hair up with a pin. That's what I had it up with right now.
Oh,
That's very impressive.
Woo!
me too, because I'm losing mine, but that's okay. Melissa, what do you got?
I guess I can like fold my tongue into a 3-wave ripple. Like,
Oh, yeah. Look.
Oh, look at that.
I think a lot of people can do that, but that's the only thing I can think of.
That's great. Brittany, what do you have?
I mean, I don't have a talent, but I could shop anywhere, including like the gas station. If you just let me go in, I'm coming out with the whole.
Well, that in and of itself is a talent.
I think it's a talent.
I'll do mine since I'm going in order. I'm a pretty good juggler. I can juggle. Since we're doing things on camera, I can pull my finger apart.
Oh God!
That's amazing.
Wow.
Oh, amazing, huh?
That was the cheesiest.
Hey.
Hey, I'm the
That's
Gouda
awesome.
god, not the Gouda goddess. Speaking of cheesy.
Okay.
All right, David, what do you got?
Speaking of cheesy, I got I've got I guess you can't tell right now, and I was wearing a hat, but I cut my own hair. Been doing it for about 20 years, and so yeah, cut my son's hair and all that good stuff. So
That's impressive.
Okay.
yeah,
That is pretty good. A
Yeah.
side gig, boomerang barber.
no, not at all. I tried to do that when I was younger, and no, it wasn't worth it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, my turn. If you had to binge watch a TV show, what came to mind first? Jess.
It would probably be that show Oz or The Sopranos. Sorry, one of those.
Okay. Angela.
Yellowstone.
Okay.
I don't watch
Well,
TV much. That was one I watched.
Old school, Law and Order SVU.
Oh,
Girl. Okay. Bernice.
Stranger Things.
Okay. David.
oh my gosh. Outlander. I like that one.
Brian.
This one's easy. Sopranos for me. I've been trying to figure out how to get all the way back to season 1. So Sopranos.
Okay.
Mm.
So I've got Criminal Minds or One Tree Hill. I could do either.
How many people on here actually know what One Tree Hill is? Because I do.
Yeah.
I don't. What is it?
That's really sad that only the females knew what it was, and I'm the one lone dude on here that knew what it was. I watched it. I never missed it. It was awesome.
I never watched the show, but I know what it is.
So One Tree Hill and the OC.
When
All right.
you're just showing that you're in touch with your feminine side. We
Yeah.
appreciate that.
There's a story behind it. I'll share it one day.
All right. So
Brian, your turn.
yep, we've got time for one more piece. I like this question. If you could meet anyone living or dead, who would it be?
Oh.
And let's start with Bernice.
St. Pope John Paul II.
Nice. Jess.
I'd probably say Jesus.
Ooh.
Okay. That's hard one to beat that. Yep.
You win.
I'd like to meet Jesus as well, but a close second for me would be Oprah.
Cool.
Okay.
Melissa.
The first person that came to mind was Mark Cuban. I think he's super inspirational.
Oh.
Awesome. Brittany.
I was thinking Mark Cuban too because I've been on a shark. Oh wait, I can't explain, but yeah, Mark Cuban.
Cool.
Ew. Me?
Yeah, David.
Oh, sorry. I was mesmerized by Brittany's little last comment there. Jesus, number one. I would love to meet him, but I don't know. MLK Jr. Maybe.
Yeah.
Be a good one.
I like it. Mine would be Kobe Bryant.
Oh, classic too. Okay.
All right, Brittany.
So
you got the last question.
oh man. Okay, so favorite cheese. I gotta end with it. What is your favorite cheese? Jess?
Jill Havarti.
Ooh, good choice. Angela?
All of them.
Yeah, all of them. Definitely.
Uh-huh.
Can't take
All right, Melissa?
Brie with a fig spread.
Big. My girl. Okay, yes. Bernice?
Havarti.
Ooh. David?
Anything but blue cheese.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of blue cheese.
Okay. Brian?
Mozzarella.
Oh, good fresh. I like them all, but right now I'm digging a smoked Gouda. I'm in the smoked Gouda phase. So
Smoked Gouda.
great job on rapid fire, guys. It's always fun to get to know the person behind the business, you know?
Yes,
David,
sir.
Brittany has a trick for you on that blue cheese.
Oh.
I tried it a week ago. Trust me, I'm not a blue cheese guy.
Oh yeah. All right.
I only because I trusted her did I even try that. Because I have
It's good, right?
I've almost thrown hands at people before that wanted me to try blue cheese, and I wouldn't do it. But I submitted, and it was good.
So the trick is you get a ginger snap and some honey, and then you put blue cheese with it. It sounds weird, but it's the only way I'll eat blue cheese. Try it.
All right.
I'm just saying.
Well, who knew? Who knew? All right. Well, so we're nearing the end of our show. What I want to do is open the floor a little bit for any last comments that you guys have, and then share. Make sure that everybody has the ability to get in touch with you. Make sure you guys as guests share your contact information again. So let's first of all, does anybody have any general comments or anything they want to share? Angela, I see your hand. Fire away.
So I just want to say that I respect all of you. I'm so thankful for you all finding your passion and starting a nonprofit out of that. But if you want to get involved in your community, you don't have to start your own nonprofit. There are so many that you can be a part of. You find your passion, you find something that speaks to you, that pulls at your heartstrings, and become part of, helps to support them. I love in my business, the more I make in my business, I can give back to more nonprofits. I love to give to Boomerang. I have several nonprofits that I support, and I'm on the board of one that's really near and dear to me as well. So you don't have to think big picture like, oh, what nonprofit do I have to start? There's plenty of them out there that you can support, and all nonprofits need money. That is a common theme that they all need. So whether it's money, and if you don't have the money, you can give your time. They need volunteers. Just find a way to get involved in your community and give back to others, because if we're not doing that, what are we doing?
Yep. You absolutely nailed that. Absolutely get involved. It's how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time, right? So just however you can get involved, do it. Anybody else have any final thoughts before we go around the horn and do our yeah, go ahead, Brittany.
I was just going to say earlier, I wanted to bring up Angela. She's actually one of the people who inspired me to start giving back. I went to my first volunteer session with her, and if you need someone, if you're feeling stuck, call Angela Tucker. That girl lives and breathes nonprofits. If you don't know what to do, or you don't know where to give money, because you can donate your time and you can donate, monetary as well, and they need it all. So get with Angela Tucker if you don't know what to do. If you're listening to this and you have felt that you want to volunteer, Angela is someone that you need to know. She makes me a better person, and I just love you so much, Angela. Thank you for always being inspirational.
Thank you.
Yep. Love that. I wish we could all hug through the screen.
All right.
Awesome. Well, any other final comments? Going once, going twice. So, okay, perfect. So let's go around the horn. Let's make sure everybody knows how to get in touch with you and support your respective organization. And then we're gonna close down with a couple of comments about the difference makers, and then again talk a little bit about the Frisco show. But let's start. Bernice, you go ahead. Share with the audience again the best way to get in touch with you and what you do.
Sure. Thanks. Again, I am the ministry director for Dawn of Mercy. Dawn of Mercy is a nonprofit for healing after sexual abuse and assault for men and women in English and Spanish. You can reach us by finding us at dawnofmercy.org or calling 469-613-3296 or emailing healing@dawnofmercy.org. And if you are in need of some healing yourself, by all means, reach out. If you are interested in volunteering, sharing some of just the gifts that you've been given with the people who have this particular need, I'd love to talk with you. And if you make that phone call, I'm most likely to be the first person you reach.
Awesome. Thank you, Bernice. Melissa, your turn.
Okay. You can find us online at soldiersvillage.org. There's a contact us form, or you can call me at 469-556-1285.
Beautiful. Thank you. David.
You can contact us on Facebook, Boomerang Cares, along with Instagram and our website, boomerangcares.org. My phone number is 469-667-3209. Would love to hear from you guys. Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you again, every one of you, for sharing exactly what you do, how we can help you further your cause. Again, you guys are the foundation of the community and the things that we do here at The Difference. So thanks for being on with us today. Co-hosts, I want to give you guys some time to make sure that everybody knows who you are, how to get in touch with you before we get into wrap up with the Difference Makers and Frisco show. So Brittany, why don't you start?
Sure. Brittany Welch. I am the owner and founder of Boards by B Charcuterie and More. Charcuterie and cookie needs. You can get in touch with me. I just released my brand new website. It's not down there, so I need to fix that. But it's boardsbyb.net. My phone number is 214-734-4173.
Awesome. Thank you. Angela.
All right. So Angela Tucker with Caldwell Banker Apex here for all of your residential real estate needs. My phone number is at the bottom. The best way to reach out to me is to call and text 214-549-1930. And I'd also love to help you get plugged in somewhere you'd love to volunteer or anything like that.
Awesome. And Jessica, who is sitting in for Jenny Connolley with TC Roofing. Jessica, this is your turn to get to promote your business a little bit. And how do people get in touch with you?
So we have diesel signs and displays. We're on Facebook, Instagram. We have a web page. I like to joke that we only speak sign language. So give us, definitely contact me. We do all sorts of branding. We can definitely help your vision for your interior, exterior signs. And I definitely want to give another shout out to our guests today. You guys are phenomenal, and you guys really are making a difference.
Amen to that. I totally agree. And I have to make the editorial comment. You guys do have the best one-liners, taglines for your businesses between panes in the glass and sign language and give it a goddess and things like that. You guys crack me up. So love that about you guys. All right. With that being said, Lennon, I want to give you a minute just to talk a little bit about the difference makers and what that is.
So the difference makers, well, Brian, you know this, you've been with me since day one, but we've done so many of these shows over the last 4 years, and we've met so many people in the nonprofit realm. And what I love is these local business owners that take their business and create a nonprofit because they see a need. They see where people are hurt, where they're struggling. And it's not, it frustrates me so much when people think that just because you are a business owner, you're greedy. And they don't understand that a lot of these business owners created businesses so that they could have a better mechanism to give back. And one of the things that we're all struggling with, and our guest mentioned it today, is awareness, right? Not enough people there. It's just like a small business. If not enough people know who you are and what you're doing, you're going to struggle. So we created something which we call the difference makers. And what we're doing is free to nonprofits. Okay. They have to be nominated, but it is free. It doesn't cost them. We're going to do a 25-minute interview. It's a showcase and a spotlight, and it's 3 segments broken up into that, and we'll share more of that later. But what we want to be able to do is we want to leverage our audience of 4 million viewers to help those nonprofits get more visibility. Once that interview is done, we release that with full rights for them to use however they want to. We do break it up in shorts and reels as well. This is not completed yet, so please forgive me, but we have a small commercial we're getting ready to run. So I want to play that so everybody can kind of see what it is that we're doing, because we are here through all the people, our co-host, our host, the whole community we're putting together with the difference. There's a passion amongst all of us to help the nonprofit. So let me run this real quick, and so everybody can see a little bit about it.
The Difference Makers is a program created to showcase the work of local nonprofits making a positive impact in North Texas communities. Through interviews and stories, we highlight charities right in our own backyard who are helping children, families, animals, the environment, and more. From youth mentoring programs, helping at-risk teens, to animal rescues finding abandoned pets forever homes, food banks feeding hungry families to community gardens nourishing neighborhoods, we cover a range of organizations improving life in DFW.
All right, so that's a little bit about it. So David, definitely want to talk to you. Bernice and Melissa would love to talk to you more about what you're doing and however we can help and use the platform that we're all building together. And I want to really stress that the reason we've had over 4 million viewers in 4 years is because of the incredible co-hosts and hosts that we've had on this show and the audiences that they bring. And so we want to be able to collectively share that for y'all.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love that. And part of that we want to carry forward into the Frisco show, which we're launching next Thursday, 2:30 p.m. is when we go live on the air with the Frisco show. We'll have the co-hosts similar to kind of what we have today. That first show will be an introduction of those co-hosts. And then we're going to go forward with a very similar format of kind of what you've seen with the Wylie show here. So looking forward to carrying all the success that you guys have had here on the Wylie show into the Frisco community and doing the same thing for the community there. So with that being said, we are out of time. But again, I can't thank you guys enough for coming on the show, sharing about your organizations, whatever little bit that we can all do to collectively help your guys' organizations. Hopefully there's a little bit of that going on right here. So again, to my awesome co-hosts, again, great to see you guys again. Great to be part of the Wylie show again. Thank you. And once again, you guys brought killer guests. So pleasure to meet all you guys as guests as well. And until next week, we will see you then. You won't see me most likely, but again, happy to be a guest, and we'll see y'all later. See you next week.
Thank you for watching today's show. If you like today's show, please share, like, and subscribe, and make sure to shop, buy, and hire in Wylie. Special thanks to all the guests, co-hosts, and sponsors of the North Texas Community Difference-Wylie.
Thank you for tuning in and watching our show. If you would like to see our next show, or more shows like this one, just click the QR code and go to show schedules, or just follow and subscribe to our channels to get updates and notifications of this show, and many others like it.